presentation of the day. It's a 10-in-1 cooker. I know we call this a rice cooker, but I think it's like the Keurig calling it a coffee maker, I think is a misnomer. Because this does 10 different cooking jobs, and this table represents all 10, Chef Jeremy Parker.
Yes, it does. Everything from wild rice to mixed grains to white rice. It'll do low carb rice, excuse me, steel cut oats. It'll make soup, quinoa. I mean, any type of rice that you want to cook, it will do it. And it has smart logic, so it never overcooks or undercooks it. You can cook 1 cup of rice or 8 cups of rice, and you can even cook rice and take 1/3 of the carbs out of it. It is the smartest rice cooker the world has ever seen.
Now you're talking my language. This is low carb. This will cut 33% of carbs out of white or brown rice, yes?
Yes.
This is Chef Jeremy Parker. Good to have you back, sir.
Hi.
Now, let's go ahead and open this one. This first one has low carb white rice?
This has low carb white rice. And if you've never seen this and you're wondering, how do you take carbs out of rice? Well, there's a way to do that. It's not just like washing your rice and rinsing off that cloudy water. That's just cleaning your rice. What this does is, as it cooks your rice, the water grabs those starches, percolates up, and traps it in this tray here.
Much like a coffee maker does.
Much like a coffee maker does. And as I pour this out, you see that sort of cloudy water right there. That is starchy carb water that represents 1/3 of the carbs you would normally eat. What you're left with here is 3 cups of delicious, soft, just fluffy rice.
I'm ready to taste.
That is just, here, let me get some of this out in here because, David, I prefer this kind. I make sushi rice with this because I think it actually tastes better than just regular
Now,
cooked
this
rice.
has nothing on it.
Nothing on it.
It's just 33% less carbs.
Yeah, just 33% carbs. And
Fluffy.
yep,
Perfect.
yep.
Not sticky. I've missed you, old friend.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Right.
Oh my word, this rice is amazing, and you can do low carb white, low carb brown, and it'll also do 8 other cooking features, including soup, which is exclusive to this machine.
That's right. Only at QVC can you get the soup
Or
function.
do I have a little on my apron? That's a snack for the drive home.
Okay, there you go.
Now,
Flavor saver.
Now, let's talk to you about color choices. We've got color choices, and if color means something to you, we've got 5 for you to choose from. Now, we have graphite, we have cream. Beginning with the exclusive colors, this is taupe. Only 1,200 left in the taupe. Beside that is mint julep. Then we have Oxford blue. And then along with the cooker, you'll get 8 recipe cards, complete with photos. This gets hot enough in soup mode to bake brownies.
Yes.
Oh my heavens. All right, here is that insert to take 33% of the carbs out of white or brown rice. Your measuring cup, your ladle, your spoon, and this ceramic cooker, which is removable and dishwasher safe. Now, if you were to go to retail to try to buy all of this separately, you would need about 160 bucks. We're going to do it for the lowest price we found and customer top rated at $79.98. Plus, we're due free shipping and handling, which is a savings of another $7.50. This is a remarkable machine. It's a cooker, not just a rice cooker. I know that we call it a rice cooker, and it will do great rice, but it'll also do other things as well, and this is how it works.
Yeah, and again, you're going to load your rice, you're going to load your water, and all you do is hit the preset function, press start, and it will cook your rice to perfection. Now, if you want to do the carb reduction, you're going to put the carb reduction tray in there, and then just go to the function that says carb reduction, white or brown rice, so depending on which one you do. And you're going to get perfect rice. Now, if you've never used a rice cooker in your life, it is a game changer. If you've ever done, I have this, I don't know, David, a lot of us learned how to cook rice on the stovetop, and you wind up with this burnt rice layer on the bottom. You just kind of scrape the rice above that.
And you eat above it, right?
And you eat above it, and you have to watch this. You have to lower the temperature. It'll boil over.
You have to stir it constantly.
It's such a pain in the pan. Okay.
Now, this is going to be a perfect way to cook everything that you're after, including your soup or baking brownies.
Yeah,
right?
and let me build it. Again, this comes from GreenPan. GreenPan changed the game for nonstick cookware, really just the entire industry. A lot of people have copied them. And what they did is they, instead of using PFAS for nonstick coating, GreenPan made this with a ceramic nonstick coating. We hear that all the time. They invented it. And so this is all PFAS-free, PFOA, PTFE, BPA free, all that lead caveat. It's dishwasher safe, no harmful chemicals, cooking with a conscience. So let me make some low carb rice. You put 1.5 cups of rice in there. Now, if you were making regular rice, say if you didn't care about the low carb, on this side, you just fill this up. 1 cup of rice to the one line, 2 cups of rice, the 2 line, just like a regular rice cooker. Close it, hit the button, and it'll cook it to perfection using that fuzzy logic. There's a microchip that monitors the rice as it cooks, so it never over or undercooks. If you want to do low carb rice, then I'm just going to turn this around this side to the low carb line and fill that up there to that line. And then the only difference is you put the tray in, close it, it locks shut, turn it on, and then I'm just gonna go here to the low carb rice function, low carb white rice, and I'd hit start, and that's all. But let me go through all these functions. Okay, so it has 10 presets, 1 for white rice, 1 for brown rice, 1 for multi-grains here. It has a setting for wild rice. And then there's your low carb white, there's your low carb brown rice. Here's your soup button. There's 1 for quinoa. You can cook beans in here to perfection. And of course, steel cut oats for breakfast. Don't buy instant. Do it natural. And once it finishes the cycle, it'll automatically go to warm. And you can do a delay timer too if you want to start it in a couple of hours.
And I can also override the presets and I can set it myself, yes?
Yeah, if you want to. Like, say if you want to do like grits or something like that. So.
Yeah, so if you're doing something like grits or you're doing maybe shrimp and grits, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. Don't miss out on this. Everyone is looking to pick theirs up in our final presentation. Now, you'll have until the end of day today to get the price. But this will be the final presentation, and we are super excited about this in all the colors, the great value, the marvelous fact that it goes away at the end of the day. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Everybody is looking to cook better and smarter, not harder, and this is going to do it for you. Now, last night before the show began, when you and I kicked this off at midnight, someone at the miking station said, David, I have a rice cooker. Why do I need this one? I said, does your rice cooker do low carb rice?
Right.
She said, what do you mean? I said, 33% less carbs.
Yeah.
In white or brown? She said, no.
No.
I said, does your rice cooker do soup? No.
Right.
Does it do quinoa? No. Does it do steel cut oats? No and no. So that's why you need it. She said, you sold me, I'm gonna get it. And she said, which colors? I said, tune in at midnight, they're all right there. We've got 5 colors for you to choose from, plus we've got all of the accessories. These are steel cut oats.
These are steel cut oats. So again, we just did quinoa salad right here. And by the way, it comes with 8 of these recipe cards. So what I did right here was for lunch, make some quinoa salad. It's delicious. For dinner, do it for rice. For breakfast, your steel cut oats. So you can use this for every meal of the day. And you get 2 paddles, 1 for rice, and then 1 this serving spoon here. And I just love this, David, for steel cut oats because again, you just put it in, hit the button, you don't have to monitor it. You set it, you forget it, and then I can just, here, oh, you want to try some?
Just try some
of
the oats.
Okay, I'm gonna put some berries on here, dress that up, but what do you think? It's just,
I love to have a little bit of crunch.
Yeah.
A little bit of chew to them. Oh, they're delicious.
Right, and I mean, if you wanted to sweeten it up again here.
I taste the cinnamon.
A little bit of, a little cinnamon, a little bit of honey on there, and it is just so good. So you'll use this all the time.
I would probably put berries and maybe a sugar substitute on there, and oh my word, off to the races.
Yeah.
We are very, very popular with colors, and I will tell you the most popular color is the taupe. The taupe is the one that is exclusive to us.
Okay.
Now, we have graphite, we have cream, but most popular and most limited is taupe. I have 1,200 left, and you have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time tonight to get this deal. Beside that is mint julep, a pretty green, a light green. We call it mint julep, or I should say GreenPan does. And then we have the beautiful Oxford blue that looks like the nighttime sky without stars. Beside that, you're going to get 8 of your recipe cards, your ceramic non-stick removable cook insert. Here is your low carb insert. Then you get your measuring cup, ladle, and spoon. If you were to buy all this separately at retail, you would need the big credit card with the big limit. $160 just about. Shave a few pennies off, and that's what you're going to pay for it. We've got the lowest price we found in customer top rated at $79.98 plus free ship, which is another $7.50 less. Right now is the time to pick up this cooker because it's not just rice. Yes, it will do perfect rice. And yes, it will do low carb rice, 33% less carbs. but it also is going to do the other modes. Do you know that in soup mode, this gets hot enough to bake brownies?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've got one over here ready.
Now,
baked,
you
actually.
are making one of my favorites. This is a taco bowl, and you're doing the beans for the taco bowl.
We are doing the beans here, and these are just black beans, but you could do kidney beans or black-eyed peas or any of your pinto beans. And again, what you're going to do, it comes with the recipe
Great white
guide.
beans, whatever.
Sure, great white beans. I love those. And then maybe you're a veggie and you want to add protein to your diet. So great way to do is beans, but beans are tough to cook. You buy a bit of can, you have all the preservatives in there. They just don't taste as good. I mean, you could add a stock to season these. You could add a little pork fat in there if you want to. I love that.
There it is.
For some barbecue baked beans, baby. And I just love this.
You know what's good in barbecue baked beans?
Yeah.
Yellow mustard.
Yellow
mustard inside the baked beans, along with maybe a couple of strips of bacon.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Maybe
Almost
some
like
barbecue sauce.
Carolina sauce,
Yeah,
right?
how you doing?
Yeah.
All right, now, it's important to know that this is going to do everything that you need on your, this is going to more than earn its place on your countertop. This is going to do 10 jobs with one machine.
With one machine. And again, let me go back to this low-carb rice, because I know a lot of you, if you've never seen how does it cook low-carb rice, let me show you again. Okay, so what you do is, all you can do is just water and rice. And you put the tray in here and hit the function that says low carb rice. What it does is it cooks the starch water out of the rice and catches it in this tray.
It cooks 33% of the carbs out of the rice.
Out of the rice.
Doesn't rinse it, cooks it.
Right. Don't be confused. It's not just like washing your rice. Wash your rice first, but this cooks those starchy carbs out. That is a third of the carbs that you would normally eat are no longer in the rice, but it tastes fantastic. And if you want to make a low carb, here, do you want to try?
I do want to try.
All right, come on in here. Let me give. Well, just go ahead.
I'll just go and get a little fork.
Go on there. Yeah. Okay.
Now, this is low carb white rice without anything on it.
Yeah.
It's fluffy.
Yeah.
It's not sticky.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, if you took all the carbs out of this, it would taste like glue.
Yeah.
So it's important to know that when you are looking to go low carb and low sugar, moderation is key.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah. Again,
there's a little more.
Diets just don't work. Lifestyle changes work, and I've heard you say that before. It's your journey. And so even things like if you want to do a fajita bowl and you want that low carb rice, you can build it here. It is just so delicious. This is in one of our, by the way, our recipe guides. So you're going to get this. If you want to season the rice, again, use stock, use chicken broth. Use your Lono bone broth that you bought from the TSV. It's delicious, makes your rice taste fantastic.
Let me update you on colors because we're getting down to fewer than 1,000 in one of our colors.
Okay, all right.
All right, now this is graphite. The closest I have to black. This is cream. The one that is most popular and now most limited is taupe, with fewer than 1,000 to go around. And this begins our exclusive color tour. Then we take you to mint julep, also exclusive, and Oxford Blue, also exclusive. Now with that will be your measuring cup, your ladle, your spoon, your low carb insert, your 8 recipe cards, and your ceramic coated non-stick removable cook insert, which is dishwasher safe. This is a remarkable buy. If you were to go to retail to buy all this separately, you'd need about 160 bucks. We've got the lowest price we found and customers operated at $79.98, plus we've got free ship. Now, if you apply for and get approved for our Q card, we instantly take another $20 off your price.
Wow.
So now your today's special value is less than 60 bucks.
Wow.
This is an extraordinary time for you to buy a new cooker that more than earns its place on your countertop because it does 10 different functions. What's next, sir?
Soup.
Soup.
You ready for some soup?
Now, the soup function is exclusive to QVC. Nowhere that GreenPan sells this does it come with the soup function except on QVC.
That's right, and this is one of the recipe cards that it comes with, one of the 8 recipe cards. This is our tortellini soup. I don't know if you want to try this at all.
I do.
But it's just absolutely.
Hit it with a little Parmesan.
Hit that with a little Parmesan, maybe a little parsley.
And some parsley.
Just to be nice. Here you go.
And a spoon.
Here you go. Tell me what you think.
All right.
Done in there. Again, takes the hassle away. And remember, this has something called Fuzzy Logic, which is a computer chip inside that monitors your food. So if you're cooking 8 cups of rice, 1 cup of rice, beans, quinoa, soup.
Good weather for this soup.
Isn't it great?
This is tortellini soup, chicken tortellini soup.
Yes.
Now, it's frozen tortellini. Now, you don't put dry tortellini soup in here. You put frozen tortellini in here. Yes?
Yep.
And you come away with mixed vegetables and chicken broth And the recipe card is included with this.
Yeah, and you know what else? It also has, I worked in a Mexican restaurant for a little while when I was younger.
Okay.
And so one of my favorite things is this Spanish rice. And it has a recipe guide here for this Mexican style brown rice. Absolutely delicious. And